Thanks for joining me today. If this is the first time you've been to my channel, and it probably is because it is a brand new channel, please be sure to subscribe for more videos and like this video if you do like it. Today I wanted to talk to you about manifesting a new reality. The old sayings go, what you think you become, and as you think, so are you. These things are all true and all related in some ways to the law of attraction. Today I wanted to talk about making vision boards with you. In my experience with vision boards so far, I've made really just one actual vision board. Nearly everything that I put on that board manifested itself into my reality. And this is before I knew much about the law of attraction, but I knew that I was using it for motivation. So this was about 4 or 5 years ago that I made my first vision board. This vision board was based on growing into a debt-free lifestyle. And on one section I had my debts that needed to be paid. On the other side I had an envelope for where I can put in my settlement or closed letters for paying them off. Now also on the middle of this board I had different photos of things that I imagined would be brought to me once my life was finally debt-free. I'm talking, these were debts that I had accumulated when I was 17 and 18 years old, when I was young, dumb, and definitely broke because they let you have your first credit cards. I was also in college full-time, not working, and credit cards just seemed like free money to me because I was not educated on what credit actually was. So now that I am, I have a much healthier relationship with credit. That said, in the middle of my board I had other pictures. These pictures included specifically an adult finger with a baby's hand wrapped around it because I knew that when we were debt-free I really wanted to work on having a baby. I envisioned a home that I wanted to live in that my family owned and I had hoped to buy it one day. And I envisioned other things as well. Primarily the goal was just be debt-free and you can start really living your life. Some of the things I don't even remember what I put on there, but I do know that not only did we live in that house for almost a year, the exact house, it's now sold, it's no longer part of my family's property. But at the time, we actually got to live there way before I ever expected to. And it was a really nice thing. And honestly, we didn't realize at the time that we wouldn't really want to live there full time. There aren't jobs there. There aren't a whole lot of opportunities because of the country, the area that it's in. But we got to experience living there and we got some time off the grid and it was beautiful. We also now have that baby. And pretty much all of those debts are paid off except for a small sliver of a student loan. I mean, I'm talking over $10,000 is gone off my record now. So, that said, a vision board is an amazing tool. Your life is like a magnet, and what you believe to be true, what you inspire into your life as your reality, will manifest itself. The universe is working with you in order to bring to you your highest good. When making your vision board, and it doesn't have to be a board, start with printing off a picture of somewhere you really want to go, a trip you really want to take, or a college you dream to go to, or anything that really matters. It doesn't have to be a board, it can be a photo, it can be a list. But this board is a way for you to make big picture goals. And so when you do it, you can do it in any way you like. You can handwrite words on it, you can stencil words, you can print off pictures of words, anything you want. My last board, I had a piece of cardboard and I wrapped it with wrapping paper, and then I glued the pictures, I glued quotes, I glued envelopes to it. So then every time that I had a debt paid in full letter, I put that right into the envelope and I watched that envelope grow on my actual vision board. So, that said, I'm going to make a new vision board for this year. It doesn't have to be short-term or long-term. It can be either or. So I see a lot of people doing like a yearly vision board where this is what I want to see for 2018. So for me, my brain doesn't really work in a way where I see a lot of short-term goals. I see big things that feel like they'll take forever to get to, and that can be daunting. And so when you put in a photograph of something that you want manifested into your life, you see that every day, depending on where you put it in your home. You see it, you fantasize about it, you think about it, you get reminded of that goal on the regular. And this is how this attraction will work with your life. It puts it continuously into the forefront of your mind when otherwise you might think of a goal and then it gets forgotten or buried under day-to-day stresses and things that come up. So instead, you keep it at the forefront, and you can't just put pictures of something that you'd really like on a board and wait for it to happen. The goal is that you see these things and you work with the universe to bring this into your reality. The universe is bringing all these things that you desire, zooming towards you, but you have to do your part. And so while you're waiting for those doors to open for whatever situation you may be really, really wanting in your life, then you start by working with Source to bring this into your life by doing your part, by doing little baby steps that put you in the right direction. If there's a trip you want to go to or an event you want to attend, for me, that's the Woodstock Fruit Festival, and that's multifaceted. It's been on my bucket list to go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival. For me, a big hang up is my situation. I have a young child. Travel time is far away, and it's hard to travel with a baby in the car, at least with my baby, and a big part of it is money. So that said, whatever you need to do to get yourself there, put yourself in little situations that begin to make that a reality and show the universe that you are serious, that you want this, and it will make it that much easier and manifest that much more clearly into your world. So for example, say I want to go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival, which I do, start preparing your body and really focus on that raw food community and, send out a few new friend requests and get to know people that do go already. Join the Facebook group. Continue to educate yourself as you wait for this event to happen so you are ready to converse and get to know people. And maybe you've been a 100% raw vegan for years already. There's always something more you can do. Start by, maybe I'm only making $5 extra a week, but I want Source to know that I mean it, and I'm going to sell a couple things here and there on Marketplace. I'm going to make that extra $5 a week, delivering newspapers or whatever, just to stash, even if it ends up being pocket change. This is money you're setting aside for the Woodstock Fruit Festival because, baby, you're going. Here's another example that applies directly to my life especially. For me, I have such a hard time with focusing on exercise, and I want these big goals in my life. I crave to feel fit and strong in my body, and this isn't about weight loss. That's actually something I'm shying away from, given a personal history of not being kind to myself or my body. I do not want this to be about reaching a certain dress size, but that's for me. For me, I want to feel strong and I want to feel comfortable and good. I already love myself on the inside, and I love my body for all the things that it has done for me, including birthing an infant, a child. That's an amazing thing. It has nourished me for years. It's brought me through colds, and I have many genetic predispositions that I could have succumbed to, and I haven't. And I'm grateful for my body and all the things that it can do. But loving yourself is not necessarily in direct conflict to wanting to change yourself in certain ways. In fact, sometimes the greatest gift you can give yourself is pushing yourself a little bit harder, more out of your comfort zone, and able to achieve something new. So that said, I'm a very all or nothing person, and this has been a detriment to me being able to really work through a process and get certain goals done that I want for my life. But the thing is that as long as I tell myself I'm an all or nothing person, that is exactly what I'm going to be. So my goal now is I am balanced. I seek out not necessarily just the end goal, but I seek out what is good for me in that moment. I love myself enough to love me in that moment and not only if I reach a goal. So what I'm trying to say is that my current efforts have to change if I want the universe to know I'm serious and I truly want these things manifested in my life. So when it comes to, for example, working out, my original plans used to be, all right, I'm going to work out 6 hours a day. I'm going to be serious about this. I need the workout clothes to make that happen. So I'd buy the clothes, but I wouldn't actually work out when it came down to it. So the point is that what's changing for me is, okay, I don't have 6 hours today and I don't want to do 6 hours today, but instead of writing it off and doing nothing like maybe I would have used to have done, what I'm doing instead is, you know what, I have 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to do 10 minutes of just some stretching yoga that makes me feel good about myself. It's not going to get me to my end goal of weight loss and, actual like strength fitness, but it is going to help me. It's going to put me in the direction of, okay, I can do something good for myself without going all out, going all crazy. This will help me seek balance. It will help me hone my yoga practice, and it will send out that signal that I'm serious about change. And that is the biggest thing, is that you really, with vision boards, with anything else, you're sending a message to yourself. So on my vision board, I have quotes, things that are meaningful. One that's especially meaningful to me right now is by Jen Sincero, and it goes something like, if you want to live a life you've never lived, you have to do things you've never done. And that one really struck home with me because I am always choosing the same path all the time. And shocker, but I always get the same results. So now it is acceptable for me to say to myself, it is all right to love yourself enough to try something different and see what works. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, fail forward, which is something that a wonderful life coach, see link below, has recently said to me. Fail forward. You don't need to fail backward, fail frustrated, and then quit. Fail forward, meaning make each time that you fall on your butt an opportunity to learn something new. So that said, I have quotes. I have photographs of people that inspire me for their lifestyle, their commitment to eating raw and vegan foods, their fitness level, their love of travel, and their ability to have gone out of the bounds of what is normal with their family and do these amazing things. I have places I'd like to travel. There's a retreat to Nepal that I'd love to go on. I can't make it for this year financially, but I'm going to make it a concerted effort to make it for the next fall because it is a trip I would hate to ever pass up. I have a goal of a crazy number of subscribers on my food channel that I would love to have. And right now that number seems so unreachable, but the fact is that is not the point. There is no number, there is no experience, there is nothing that you can put on this board that is actually out of your reach. The universe is infinite in its possibilities for you. And all of those experiences are already there, and they're only waiting for you. They're only waiting for you to align your desire and your actions with making that happen in your life. So for example, I would love to go to this retreat in Nepal. I would love to do all these things with these people that I care for. But the thing is Nepal is there right now. This retreat is already happening and planned, and the itinerary is printed out on paper right now. The owner of this business exists right now. She's taking applications, she's taking deposits right now. It is only waiting for me to have what I need in order to hit that submit, I'm going to this trip button. If what you want is even like, say, a car, for example, that car exists right now. Or if it doesn't, the raw materials do. There's paint somewhere that can go on that car. There's metal that's gonna, be turned into a door. There's a steering wheel out there somewhere ready to go. Same goes for a house. Same goes for anything that you truly want. If you want to be a world-renowned nature photographer, that photography school is open right now. Those classes and courses are available right now for enrollment. It is only waiting for you to make this happen. So this vision board helps you get those ducks in a row. A final note that I want to mention is if when you think about what you're putting on your vision board and you come up with things like a Ferrari, a McMansion in Orange County, or a diamond ring, or whatever, and I'm not saying that that's wrong, because everyone's going to be in a different place at a different time, and that's okay. But if what you're seeing primarily on your list is material things, I want to encourage you to, before you make your vision board, because vision boards work, so be careful what you ask for. I want to encourage you to think about a deeper reason why that may be what you're asking for. Why are you seeking material possessions? These possessions you can't take with you, and while they can manifest for you, you can manifest $100,000 if you want. Is it what you're seeking? Because what you're actually looking for is a sense of security. Are you looking for status? Are you looking for maybe the friendship that you're hoping that will gain you? These are the questions that is important to go within and ask yourself, because I feel like very rarely is what someone actually wants that actual possession. Almost always, it's not going to be anything but something emotional or spiritual within you, because these are holes that humans use possessions to fill up. We all know logically you can't take these things with you when you pass on. These things add nothing to your spiritual life experience. So the question is what are these things fulfilling in your life? What is the hole that is meant to fill so that it's no longer a void for you? You know, maybe you just feel like, I want a big house because for me that is security. That's how you see security. So then go inward and seek out, why don't I feel secure? What do I need emotionally to feel secure? And then you can revisit, is it the material possession you want, or is it the security? If you want the car, ask yourself, do I want this car so badly because, I want to get to A to B, or because it's just such a nice car and I love cars? If that ends up being your answer because you love this hobby, this is a passion, you love cars, and it just sends a thrill right through your body, then great, put that on your board. Passion matters. Find your passion. Seek after it, run after it, don't let it go. But if the car is just about status, maybe consider that you can find that status in different ways. Find that status by, getting to know influential people that are known for more than just their bank accounts or for their cars, but influential people like, for me, Dan McDonald. I have just admired him for years and years, and really he was the first raw foodist that I found probably 5 years ago now. I came across one of his videos and I immediately fell in love with raw food. And I've been a faithful follower of his ever since, and he is just someone that fully 100% inspires me. And so those are the kind of people that I want to get to know, which is a big reason why I want to go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival. These are the friends that I want to manifest in my life. Like-minded people that are okay with being outside of the societal norms. Maybe you want status with a totally different kind of person. Status with someone that just accepts you for who you are. And it doesn't need to be because you have this car or that car or this giant house. Again, if what you want is truly that house and that car, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to material possessions, I just encourage all of us to go inward a bit and make sure that our reasons are actually that that's what we want. Because if you put it on your vision board, you're probably going to get it. So make sure it's actually what you'd like to ask for. I go ahead and just cut things out, cut them in designs, or, leave them straight on any way that you want. Use glitter glue or markers or paint. Whatever inspires you, whatever is going to call to you every time you see it, that's exactly what you want to do. I use glue and I just put it right on top, and it's nothing special, but you want it to be the kind of thing where you can just put it anywhere, where you can see it all the time and be constantly reminded of what you're seeking, because what you're seeking is already seeking you, and you want to leave it somewhere where it is constantly going to be at the forefront of your mind. So here is my vision board, and I hope that in some way I will be able to maybe even use this video in a couple years from now, and I can say, look at these things that actually manifested for me. Isn't that amazing? I no longer have my old vision board, but I have this one now, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what positive changes it brings into my life. I've covered things on it like my efforts to eat a clean diet and my desire for a fit lifestyle. I put on there my future goals for my career, and I put on there places I'd like to travel and people I'd like to know, and just overall things and quotes that inspire me. So I hope this video has been helpful to you in some way. If nothing else, I really hope it's inspired you to make your own vision board. I'm super excited about mine, and I really thank you for watching this.